Hello, this is Frank Yosen, another edition of the Wheel Estate Cam. Today I'm going to talk about short sales, a little bit of a recap on where we are with short sales now in November 2008, but also going to talk about specifically how to put an offer on an under contract short sale and how that creates an idea. First of all, short sales. If you don't know what short sales are, turn off this video and head over to blog.franklyrealty.com and read the blog on short sales about how only 5% of short sales close. That was written about a year ago, and now it's more like 10 to 15% close. That means out of every 10 short sales that are attempted, only one will actually get to the closing table. So it's not just a matter of, oh, I'll just be patient and I'll get it. No, it's a matter of being patient on 10 of them for anywhere from 2 to 5 months each. And if you do that with 10 properties, it could take you 5 years to maybe get a short sale. So right now, I'd say it's about a 10 to 15% chance of closing it. However, the chance of actually closing it, I think, is more like 40 to 50% if you have a listing agent that knows what they're doing. So it's a huge difference whether or not the listing agent knows what they're doing. And separately, I've got on the blog a top 10 list of questions to ask a short sale listing agent. This is for the buyer agent to do, and those questions will help decide whether or not this agent will be able to get one to close. And the number one question is, have you ever closed one before? And the statistics through the roof different if they've already closed one, because too many agents take these things on and waste everyone's time. Anyhow, so that's a recap on where we are with short sales. I'm right now actually have one under contract for a purchaser for a short sale in McLean, and here's the mentality that you're all going through right now. You think that you will be that 1 out of 10. And in McLean, I looked it up, and not one short sale has ever closed in McLean. Maybe it's in this price range, or all of McLean, I'm not sure what I looked, but not one has closed, yet we put in an offer. She didn't really care, she just wanted to put it in. She's a investor, has plenty of time, doesn't really care whether it closes or not. So it's great, we put it in, and oh, she's looking like that contract does not exist, but it's just sitting there gathering cobwebs. Initially they said it'd take 2 weeks, we're now on week 5, so whatever. Anyhow, but I know the feeling that everyone has is, oh, well, maybe I can be that one, I can be that 5%, I can be that 10% because I'm special, and stuff like that. Anyhow, what I want to talk about now is under contracts. When FranklyMLS.com allows you to search, and it will show results. Something's rattling in my car, it's really annoying. It will show you results for homes that are under contract, and it does that by showing in silver font or in like a strike through it. I have like a pen mark through it. That means that the house is under contract. Normally, when a property is under contract, it's really not it's a complete waste of time to put in another offer or a backup offer, because the chances of it, falling through and your property getting triggered might be 1 in 20. I mean, just really slim. However, with short sales, it's different. The rules they changed the short sale rules recently. Recently, when you had a short sale, you were allowed to have the seller sign one of the offers that came in and then send it to the bank for approval. And the listing agent was allowed to keep it as active on the MLS so that they would get more offers, which makes sense to me. But recently they changed that rule. I gotta merge here. Recently they changed that rule and made it so that, come on, you take that lane. They made it so that you have to put it under contract. So imagine this, someone submits an offer, the seller is going to sign anything. The seller doesn't care if it's half price. They're just going to sign everything because the bank is the one that's eating it. So they sign it, and now they're not going to get any more offers during the next 1 to 5 weeks. But if you're a buyer and you're interested in a short sale and the listing agent knows what they're doing, you can actually, if it goes under contract within the last couple of weeks, if you look it up and the contract date was within 2 weeks, you could very much still put in an offer. And your offer would be shown to the bank, and there's a decent chance that your offer would be taken. Even though it's technically under contract, the bank hasn't approved it. So for all intents and purposes, it's active. So if your buyer agent tells you otherwise, saying that, oh, it's under contract, we can't put in an offer, I don't know if I would agree with that. I would say to ask the listing agent whether they're accepting other offers, and whether the bank has signed off on it, approved it. Even if the bank has countered, that's not an accepted offer. Now, as a side note, keep in mind that oftentimes, if you try and lowball these already low short sales, you're just gonna make it even more remote than anything's gonna happen. So it's actually not crazy to submit an offer for the short sale full list price, or for a little bit above that. But obviously every circumstance is different. But yeah, under contracts are fair game. A lot of people don't know that. I just got one email the other day from a potential buyer saying, oh yeah, we really love this dream home, but it went under contract last week to short sale. No, that's fair game. So this is where, knowledge of a buyer agent can help someone, save $100,000. Just that little piece of information can save you $100,000, because this short sale was $300,000 below list, and one might say that they might have the opportunity to get it for $100K less. So make your agent look up, what the short sale closing ratio is in your area, because it does change from Arlington out to Prince William County and Loudoun County. I was amazed in my building in Clarendon, I saw 3 that closed, where previously the entire zip code or county of Arlington, I think zip code, only 3 had closed in the entire zip code, and then suddenly within the last few months, 3 had closed in my building. So it is changing. It's increasing from the 5% chance of closing to 10, 15, and then 50% chance if the agent knows what they're doing. All right, it's starting to rain here, so I'm gonna turn this thing off so it doesn't get wet. Ciao.